Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
What's good? Welcome to another Live Wire Sports Media update. All right, happy holidays to everyone out there. Now, there is never a dull moment in the world of the Angel Wilsons and the Angel Reeses when it comes to Caitlin Clark. So there was a tweet, or well, I guess you could call a tweet or mentions on X that pretty much brought up an incident that happened a couple years ago when Angel Reese had won the national title over Caitlin Clark. But the thing about it is that why would you continue to associate yourself with people that spew out hatred? Now, my thing is this here is that the terminology always the terminology is birds of a feather flock together. And it just seems like, yeah, Angel Reese might have some little success, but she aligned herself just like Angel Wilson with her Boris Cujo friend. You know what I'm saying? So you have people that just goes out their way just to hate on Caitlin Clark just because they don't like what she does. And for you to literally have your friend call her a man, that just shows how classless you are. Now, we already went through all the other stuff about Caitlin Clark in the Time magazine. I ain't about to rehearse that. But we already see stuff with our eyes. We see how Angel Reese reacted when Kennedy Carter blindsided Caitlin Clark. You see how she acted. You see when she flagrant fouled her over the head. And there was a video that circulated said that there was two teams in the league that literally was trying to take out Caitlin Clark, and there was the Connecticut Sun and the Chicago Sky. And as me trying to think about this a little bit more and dig myself a little bit deeper, I'm like, you know what? That is pretty much true. Those teams was giving the hardest fouls to her. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody else she played didn't seem like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, it's like we could sit here and say, oh well, Angel Reese, they all young and stuff. Nah, these kids are very well advanced to know what's right or wrong, to know what they're doing, and to know what's going to get a reaction out of everything. So if you didn't know what I was talking about, this is the this is the tweet right here. Now, this is the one after the national championship where Angel Reese, because we already know Angel Reese did the hand gesture about it to Caitlin Clark at the end. Now we already know about that. You know, she was doing it when they was winning, and then when they won the title, she did it again. You know what I'm saying? Signify. It's pretty much she took Caitlin Clark's signature thing. That's what she did in college. She did it to her. You know what I'm saying? So that was just her way to try to like figure, oh, get back. But the thing about it is, in this tweet, you're gonna sit there and say, Caitlin Clark looks like a man. Oh, bye. You know what I'm saying? And we already had Caitlin Clark being shamed for her looks, which Caitlin Clark is a very beautiful woman. We already had Caitlin Clark shamed for her looks. But for you, and this is where I get annoyed because you wants to go out there and say, oh, you've been sexualized, you've been harassed, but you have your friends literally targeting opponent of yours, calling her a man, kind of like bullying her online. We already seen Antonio Brown did the same thing to Caitlin Clark. You know what I'm saying? And we already know he's sick in the head. He's very sick in the head. So And this is why I say that Caitlyn always takes a high road when there's always um, always talking about certain players of color to her. But the players of color never ever really seem like they want to say, hey, you know what, Caitlyn is not that kind of person, blah, blah, blah. You know, Angel Reese got this podcast and all of everything on her podcast is centered around Caitlyn Clark. It's never really centered around anything about her, her personal life, you know, other celebrities. It always comes back to Caitlyn Clark. That's why I say Caitlyn Clark lives rent free in everybody's head, because the fact of the matter is that you got to continually talk about her. You got to continually keep her name in your mouth when she goes on about her business like it ain't nothing. She goes to games. She does everything that she needs to do. She handles her business. But it seems like everybody, you know, like you got people out here talking crazy, talking about Bronny James will beat Caitlyn Clark, and it's it just, man, it's like it's such a, you could tell it's an off season because there is really nothing for people to really talk about. That's how bad it is. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, but I'm gonna show you who her friend is, who Angel Reese hangs around. And this is, I call it the one in the purple with the Ravens jersey on. You see Angel Reese right in the back, in the middle, and a couple of her friends, but the girl in the front. You know what I'm saying? See, this, to me, this is the problem. Angel Reese, she don't know. She'll learn one day. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. See, she wants to be the ratchet side of basketball. That's, I mean, people can say what they want to say, but when you out here dressing up on Christmas in your house and you got booty shorts on for Christmas, you sexualizing your own self. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's sexualizing you. You sexualize your own self. So when people comment about it, you can't. When you twerking in front of the mirror, when you twerking on video and people comment in there, you can't get mad at that. You promoting that because you know good and well in your mind, you know what sells. You know what sells. You know what I'm saying? Now I can't say too much about um Jay-Z's cousin, Asia Wilson, but I say this: Asia Wilson has the same association that Dolores Boris Cujo looking person doing the same thing, coming at Angel Reese. Now it's like, now, I mean, coming at Caitlin Clark. Now you got Angel Reese got the same, you know, association. You know what I'm saying? And to me, you guilty by association. You know, because if you promote that kind of stuff, then you guilty. You can say whatever you want to say, but your actions. Everybody wants Caitlin Clark to shut down her fans or people that, you know, go have a comment about other people, but you don't see Angel Reese or Asia Wilson don't come out there and say, hey, you know what? This is not right. She's out here to play the game. She's doing well. She, you know, she's good for the league or whatever the case may be. They're not gonna never say that because jealousy breeds envy. And when you jealous of a person, you want to feed in so much negativity to his, you know, it's it seems positive into your eyes. You got Angel Reese out here hanging with Cardi B. You know, you got her hanging out there on Wild 'N Out, wearing all of these tight shorts. You know, I mean, just I just don't get it. You know, and then people think that because we say stuff about Angel Reese, we picking on her or we don't like black women. That's not even the case. Carry yourself in a respectful order. Handle your business in a respectful order. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that you should have allowed your friend to take a shot at Caitlin Clark like that on live and call her a man. You know what I'm saying? Because if somebody came at you and said something, you would have first thing you would say, "Oh, I'm being bullied. Oh, I'm being sexual. Oh, it's Caitlin Clark fans." You know, at the end of the day, man, I just I think it's, I don't think it's hilarious, but I think it's kind of, I think some of these women is superficial in themselves. They can't, they don't know how to love themselves without being victims and targeting other people because they are successful just to make themselves look good. But you just make yourself look pretty foolish in the end. So I think at the end of the day, you know, we're not going to expect anything from Angel Reese. She's not going to dress it. You know, she relish in that stuff. She relish into negativity, bad behavior. You know what I'm saying? She relish in that stuff because I promise you, when Alyssa Thomas choke slammed her out the air, she ain't had no smoke for Alyssa Thomas. You ain't see Kennedy Carter have smoke for Alyssa Thomas either. Marina Mabrey ain't had no smoke for Alyssa Thomas, but now they teammates. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as with Caitlin Clark, oh, I got all the smoke in the world. I got all the day in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because they like that stuff. If Caitlin Clark had got injured, they would have been on the sideline laughing, wanting her to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's what, but like I said, man, at the end of the day, this stuff like this is nonsense. You know, yeah, people could say, well, it's old, but guess what? People keep receipts. That's the point. Anything that you do on the internet, people keep receipts. And then when you do something, it comes back. It always comes back, or it always resurfaces to show you how these people really are. You know what I'm saying? Soon as Caitlin Clark won Athlete of the Year, Dolores came out running her mouth. Running her mouth. Like y'all want to be spokesmen for y'all little friends, but at the end of the day, y'all friend Angel Reese and Angel Wilson, they ain't out here talking, you know. So anyway, man, let me know what you think. I know what I think, but at the end of the day, I see Angel Reese for who she is. To me, she's an influencer in the social media world. I don't look at her as a basketball player. As she gets better, she gets better. I don't look at her as that. I look at Caitlin Clark. I look at Nafisha Carter. I look at, even as hard-headed Kennedy Carter is, I look at her, Ariel Powell, Satu Sabe. I look at Leo Boston. I look at Kelsey Mitchell. I look at people that really can play basketball. I don't take Angel Reese seriously because guess what? She talked about going to South Carolina. Don Staley would have benched her. Don Staley would have benched Angel Reese because she would have used her for rebounding. She wouldn't have used her for scoring. You see how deep South Carolina is? She wouldn't. To me, I don't even know she would have made the team. She went to LSU for the money. LSU threw money at her. That's why she went there. Because she could have stayed at Maryland, she probably wouldn't have never won a title. She went to a team that was stacked. She ain't like she carried a team. You know what I'm saying? Angel Reese is a product of her own environment. I'm not saying that she probably not, excuse me. I'm not saying she's not probably a sweet girl, but her mindset and attitude is stink. One thing I'm not gonna say she's not out there getting money. She is getting money in ways, but to me, looking at her as a basketball player for like 10 years down the line, I don't even think she'll be in the league like that. Versus if you put her and Caitlin Clark's career side by side right now, Caitlin Clark is the most accomplished player. Yeah, Angel Reese won a ring, but accomplishments, Caitlin Clark is the most accomplished college player there is. See, people say, oh, well, she never won this, she never won that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if she won a ring. She is the most decorated college athlete there is. You can't dispute that. And if I put these careers side by side, it ain't even close. If you put their WNBA career right now, both of them going into year 2, it still ain't close. Still ain't close. So anyway, leave your likes, comments, subscribe to the channel. Happy holidays. Until the next episode. Peace.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.